It's always great when we get a new release of NomadBSD, and here we have the latest one based upon FreeBSD 13.0. As always with NomadBSD, you first need to prepare the USB stick or the USB drive. And in this case, after we have burnt the image to the USB stick, there's very good instructions on the NomadBSD website. You boot into the first run of NomadBSD, and what it will do, it will expand the image to fill up the USB stick and to prepare it for use. So we can't use it just yet, and we'll just wait for it to pop up. And what it'll do, it'll ask you a series of questions. Oh, there we go. It wants you to select your language. So you go down to the proper locale. In this case, it's United Kingdom. Things are very fluid on this, actually. It's very nice. So we'll press next. And it says, before you can use NomadBSD, there are some things you need to set up. So it's only going to write this to the flash drive and not to your system. So if your underlying system you're using it on is very safe. And choose the default keyboard, which is UK. I don't need an additional keyboard, which is a pretty cool addition, but I don't need it in this time. Europe, London. Very good. And a password. This is for your super user or your root account. So just type that in. And next. And asking, do you want to encrypt it? In this case, we don't want to, but that's a really good option. If you want to, it'll encrypt your home partition, I think. The preferred shell. It's going to go for, you get quite a choice. You get SH. E, I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to leave it at LeafPad. And Funa. Yeah, I'm going to leave them all there, except for SH, which I'll change. Okay, next. Gives you a summary of what you've done. And commit. And what that'll do, like I said, it'll expand the image to fill up your drive. And here's the changes, just in case while we're waiting. It says we've added the change version in scheme to the following. So it's FF, FX, and what that basically means, it's based upon the FreeBSD version and whether it's a release, and then followed by the date. The base system has been upgraded to FreeBSD 13. The partition alignment has been changed to 1 megabyte to improve the write speed. A bug where GLX is disabled has been fixed, and drivers for VMware have been added. Very nice. So those are the changes since the last release of 1.4. Right, it's going to reboot, and we should now be able to boot into the newly installed NomadBSD system. All running off a USB stick, which is very, very nice. So there you go. Things don't seem to have changed much, and which is a good thing because it's nicely laid out. There's your dock at the bottom with the usual applications. A nice selection of default applications laid out, actually. Really nice. And you can access the menu via, obviously, that little icon in the top left. I'm just going to go down and show you what's available. I'm not going to list them all out. There is one or two notable items, which I'll go into details later. But for now, you get a really nice selection. Some good things in the networking part. Lots of you do get a lot of options and available applications here. It's really good. What they've managed to cram into it is very nice. For this particular review, we're going to be installing to hard drive. Click on the hard drive install. This is a wonderful little utility. To be able to copy USB stick contents to a hard drive is wonderful. Target file system. We're going to choose ZFS. I'm going to keep that and put in the username. Oh, okay. For some reason, it's not going to let me type to the end, but okay, we'll keep it like that. And commit. And the reason why I'm wanting to install it to a hard drive is there's one particular thing I want to test, and if I don't put it to a hard drive, then it's going to be really slow to install. And I'll show you what that is in later. It's all very mysterious. Right, again, another reboot. But what this will do, it will boot into your hard drive this time. NomadBSD is perfectly usable if you were just going to carry on, boot it from the USB stick. But like I say, I want to show you some things. So we'll just log in. Right, now that it's been installed to the hard drive, we can have a nice look around. And I'm noticing a little icon at the top there. It's usually for the USB stick. We'll have a look at this. Oh, it's DSBMC. Yeah, that's an auto-mounting application. Let's have a look at that. Oh, right, it's for the EFI partition. Very good. Very nice. Yeah, so we're running off a little hard drive, not the massive one. I think it's about 80 gigabytes, but it will do for this. Right, we're just going to go down to utilities and, system. We're going to have a look at OctoPKG. We're going to see if there's any updates to the system. And it says there's already, okay, well, we'll refresh that. Fetch the latest, and there's 11 packages that need to be retrieved. So there's 11 updates. Okay. Just install them. Right, okay, it's finished. Very nice, okay. One thing which I particularly impressed and I like is that they put LibreOffice in, which for a mobile OS is quite an essential thing. I mean, I'm surprised that they went for the full package rather than, say, Abbey Word, but I understand that they probably did that for compatibility reasons. You want it to be able to sort of like save in Microsoft Word format and transport your documents that way. It's very nice. So we've got LibreOffice, and what else have we got? And Sakura, Thunderbird, LibreOffice, of course, Calculator, LeafPad, Geany, Media Player, GIMP, OctoPKG, Handbook, which is really useful, and Leaf. Right, we're going to have a look at something really interesting, and this is fantastic. It's the Linux browser installer GUI. So just enter the root password, and what this will do, it will enable you to install some wide-vine capable Linux versions of Google Chrome, Brave, and Vivaldi, and with that, the potential to watch Netflix, Prime Video, or Spotify. I think this is a fantastic thing, and you know, congratulations have got to go for the NomadBSD developers for implementing it. So we're going to go with the default first choice, which is Brave. I've never used Brave. I think it's based on Chrome, I'm not sure. It could be based on Firefox, of course, I don't know. I speeded that up, so we'll have to wait. It does take a while. It would have taken infinitely longer on the USB device. So we start it up and don't seem to do anything. Right, okay, what we'll do is we'll start it up again. It's worked this time. Very nice. Oh, you know, so it's really quick. Everything feels really good. Oh, that was really fast. Just going to import from Firefox. I've never used this before, so I'm just really going through the options for the first time. Skip that, and oh, very nice. Weird, but nice. Trackers and as blocks, bandwidth saved and time saved. Okay, and crypto.com. I know nothing about cryptocurrency. Presumably you can earn some by using the browser, I don't know. Right, okay, I'm just going to... right, it looks like Firefox, so it must be based upon Firefox. Oh no, it's with Chromium. I don't know. Well, anyway, whichever it's based upon, it's running now, which is something I get asked a lot. So very good, yeah. So you can run it on FreeBSD based system. Next, we're going to try, I don't know, Google Chrome, do you think? I think we should do. So we'll just go to Google Chrome, select that, and install. Right, that didn't take us long. And I don't know if I should update the menu. I'll try that. And Google Chrome. Oh, there we are. Lovely, lovely. Let's see if it works. Automatically send messages. No, I don't want. No. Ooh, there it is. Google Chrome, the actual official one. I'm not going to log in. I'm just going to start it. Yeah. Add bookmarks. Skip it. Add bookmarks. Yeah, configure. Very nice. I'll skip that. No, thank you. And I'm just going to test Widevine. You can run a few tests on Widevine to see if your browser works with it. Bit moving. I don't think that these images are copyright, but I'm just going to show the bare minimum. Seems to be running. Detected using Widevine. Okay, so that's good. And for those who ask, yes, we'll try Netflix. Only a very, very small snippet though. So I don't want to get done for a copyright claim or strike. And the last one we're going to install is Vivaldi. All done. And I've also never used Vivaldi, so we'll give this a try. No idea what I'm doing. Isn't it wonderful when you get to a new browser and you've no idea what all the different options are? Okie dokie, add blocking, no blocking. Okay, let's go for that theme. No, maybe that one, no, I don't know. They're all very nice. I'll select that one. Pretty much leave the defaults. Very good. And do YouTube. We've always got to test the video. It loads pretty quickly. So very nice indeed, yes. This is a really useful addition. Well, that was very impressive. I actually, that worked really well for me. So hats off to the developers there. Very, very good. The look and feel, well, there's not a great choice, but that's not a problem for me. But if you're looking for additional themes and icons, I think you should install them yourself because there's not a great deal that comes with it, but that's fine. They seem to be quite a decent choice of icons, but themes, no. I'm just going to speed through these options. I don't want you to see me just blindly going through the options without knowing what I'm doing. Right, so we've got some desktops, utilities. Let's have a look. The handbook, of course. The addition of having an in-menu handbook available I think it's brilliant. Because you never know when you might need to refer to it, and say, for instance, you haven't got internet access. Everything's contained there, and it's a really comprehensive, and there's almost every single topic is covered. So some obscure to some very common problems it can be answered here. Very nice. Yeah, very good. Very well laid out. Very nicely done. Let's have a look at some more unusual things I might want to run on this. Like Kodi, for instance. Which is something which I would look at in depth, I think, for a FreeBSD based system. Yes, we'll just install that. Very good. And I don't know if I do need to update the menu, but it's just like something I want to do every time I install something. False of habit, I think. And there we are, Cody. Oh, it's one of the latest versions as well. Very nice. Everything feels very, very quick and responsive, even on this old machine. I pre-configured the system so it would connect with my TV head-end back-end, and that's why we're picking up the channels, etc. Yeah, it's very nice. I'm going to show a bit of QVC. Typical. The bit that I went on actually doesn't seem to be moving that much, but if you look at the display, you can see it moving. There we go. So yes, it's nice and clear, and it operates very nicely. So we'll just stop there. Very good. Right. Next, we'll have a look at the memory usage. So zoom in and do simple top. Yeah, not too bad. Considering this is running ZFS, a lot of people say that ZFS will use or requires a lot of memory. It uses what it needs to if you've got it, but it's not greedy it's not greedy file system. So we're just going to install Linus just to check on the hardening of NomadBSD. So just install. Now we won't create a boot environment. Password. Now we'll just let it do its thing. It's a small package, so it doesn't take 2 seconds to install. We'll just come out of that. And just do Linus audit system. Right, that was quick. And 61, not too bad. Yeah. And, well, there's no firewall running, so I might activate the firewall to see what we get. Right, so go down to network, and you've got a wonderful, although unusual for a FreeBSD or a BSD user to use, a nice GUI for a firewall. It gives you some example processes that are open. You can allow them or deny them, whichever you want to do, and just a simple enable firewall, and that's it. Well, nothing beats doing it yourself in the config file, but for a quick firewall, that's not too bad. So we'll just run Linus again. $65, yeah. So increased by 4. Very good. And of course, I haven't put a malware scanner on the few other recommendations, but that will do for now. So very nice. I'm quite impressed by that, actually. Very nice. So I think the developers have done a fantastic job on this. So, thoughts? Well, NomadBSD is a very competent, fast, efficient, extremely useful and well-developed OS. I think the amount of work they put into it shows. The desktop is it's functional without being bland, but then again, it's not bogged down by unnecessary effects. The entire system feels snappy. It feels quick, which it would have to do if it's running on a USB stick. But that in itself can be the problem in the sense that if you're running the entire nature of the OS being portable is that you can put it on a USB stick. Now, ideally, it would be a USB 3 stick, a fast device, plugged into a computer with also a fast port. But in this particular case, the test machine is old. It's got USB 2, and I put it on a USB 2 stick, and it would have been too slow. I mean, and that would have shown up the OS in an unfavorable light, which is not the OS's fault. So I installed it to a hard drive, and that in itself enabled me to do the Linux browser, because I think even on a USB stick, it would have taken a long time, and also, you know, it wouldn't have run properly. So that's why I installed it, and I think NomadBSD has its place. I think it achieves what it wants to do very well, and I think that's to be applauded. It's not. There are some operating systems out there that has a myriad of spins, as it were, but and a lot of them are replicating each other. But with FreeBSD based systems so far, I mean, you have FreeBSD itself, GhostBSD, which is aimed at the desktop user. You have Hello System, which is its own thing in its own right, and it's aiming to be a Mac experience on the desktop. And you've got NomadBSD, which is mobile. Now, and it achieves that very well. The fact is that you can install it to hard drive is a bonus. But it is really a mobile OS, and even though I installed it to hard drive, really, to feel the benefit of it, really, you should install to USB stick. Doesn't mean that you can't use it as a desktop OS, and which I just did here. So anyway, before I ramble on anymore, it's a fantastic OS, and highly recommended. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.